out there, everybody? This is Steve Bishop from ProgrammingMadeEasy.com, and today I've got a, in my opinion, video for you guys based upon a question that I just got asked on my previous video that I just released just the other day about how, what am I doing? This question comes from Excel What Do You Know? And by the way, good stuff on his channel. I would definitely check it out. So welcome back, Steve. Looking forward to your videos again. Question time. With the push for visualization packages these days in companies like such as Power BI and Tableau, which are two of the main ones, is it worth learning practices like DAX, MDX, R, etc. as part of an add-on to programming languages? So this goes to what I think is the fractionalization of what it means to be a programmer. And there's a lot of different disciplines within programming. And it's kind of programming has taken on this overall umbrella to basically talk about anything where you as the person operating the computer, you are creating or developing something, you're producing something that other users are interacting with as what feels like an application. They click on a button, they do this, they run this, they can print out reports. And so we as developers have kind of gotten all rounded up together into this lump of developer, regardless of which actual discipline or specific field that we're actually in. And so this often causes a bit of confusion on the part of both the businesses that are hiring the individuals as well as the users of these applications as to what your level of expertise might be. Now, I think a really good and accurate comparison of this is what we saw or what we see within the medical field, right? There's specialists everywhere, but we kind of lump them all together as doctors, right? We say that they're doctors, just like we say we're developers. So because of that distinction, because of that understanding, there's kind of several different layers that we could try to peel back about this particular, I wouldn't say it's a problem, but it's a question that we have to ask ourselves about what is the future for us? What do we need to learn in order to be relevant within our field? And that really is the question, is what is relevant to your field? Okay, if you are more into the data sciences and your company is asking you to aggregate data and come up with statistics and data analysis, or what we would consider data science, then absolutely, you need to be more into the get into some of those things that are languages that are more or less perceived to be for the data analytics side of things. I would even lump Python in there as well. So definitely, I mean, if that's the direction of your career, if that's the trajectory, if you're more in the data sciences or data analysis, then absolutely, you need to go learn those languages. If you're in the web development sphere, which is really popular and basically what I teach, then it's not so much of a necessity. Would it be a nice to have? Sure. Especially if you're looking at possibly making a career change or wanting to make your skills available or make yourself more intricately necessary to the company. The more skills you acquire, the more things that you know how to do for that company, obviously the more flexibility you have within the company, more reliable they will become upon you, making you more of a permanent fixture within that industry or within that company. So by and large, should you go and learn some of these other tools? I would say as a general thing, yes, it's always a good thing to at least know enough about them that if somebody were to ask you as a programmer or as a developer about Power BI or R or any of these type of things, then should you know enough to at least respond to them and say, I know a little bit about this and I can kind of speak to some of these things, but really you should go talk to a specialist, which is essentially what I consider a lot of us full stack developers is we're kind of the general practitioner of development. We collect a lot of information from a lot of different disciplines to try to guide our clients or guide our companies that we work for in the right direction for hiring practices or what the right technology is, what's the bleeding edge technology that in 10 years we're all going to adopt, because we always keep our eye on these new things. And that's kind of what we have to do as these general practitioners of development, as full stack developers. But if you are a specialist, if you're looking to specialize in a particular field, then that type of thing may not necessarily be important to you. If you are just strictly doing front-end development and you're just a React developer, do you need those other type of things like, knowing how to do R or Python or anything like that? Probably not. Or MDX. You don't really have to know those particular disciplines if you believe that your industry and what you specialize in is going in this particular direction, and those other skills are not necessary for your progress or the progress of the company. So it's kind of a mixed bag. It really is a specific scenario to that particular individual. So again, just to kind of wrap this all up in a nice little bow, it really depends upon what is the future of your particular discipline. Are you looking to get out of your discipline? And do you plan on trying to expand upon your skills to try to offer more to the company that you work for? Because if that's the case, then I would say absolutely yes, you should be getting into those things regardless of what your current discipline is. You should probably be looking always at what are the next bleeding edge things that companies are more and more likely to get. I will give one concrete example of this, something that I personally have done. As you guys know, I'm now an instructor here, and one of the first things I was kind of asked was, well, what do you want to teach? Obviously C#, because that's my main discipline, but beyond that, what would be like the front-end framework that you would like to teach? And I kind of had this option between Angular and React. Well, I know both Angular and React, but I know that the direction of the industry has been leaning far more heavily towards React. So even though the marriage between Angular and C# is much more comfortable for a lot of developers, from an education perspective and from my perspective as an educator trying to get people to be more employable, it makes more sense for me to spend that time teaching them how to do React rather than Angular. Because I believe React is a much more marketable skill in today's world, and more companies are looking for React developers as opposed to Angular developers. Again, even though the discipline of C# would tend to make you believe that Angular with typescripting is a far more closely knit front-end framework for doing C# development. So that's kind of my perspective about it. I hope that answers your question. And if you guys have any other additional questions, please feel free to drop me those questions in the comment section below this video. I love doing these in my opinion videos, especially answer really good and insightful questions like that one. So hopefully you guys stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.